What's up, everybody? It's Thune the Barbarian, and tonight I'm with a couple of really good friends, guys. First of all, we have Drk Dragn.
Hello.
We got the coolest guy in the world, man, AC Gamer,
I don't know about that, guys, but thank you for coming back to another episode, and welcome.
and we got a group mate. He's not in the call, guys. We just joined him as Nax Remus. We are in High Pass, guys. We are in the Keep. Finally, at long last. We've been wanting to come here for a while, and right now we're having a blast, guys. It's fun. It's kicking butt and taking names.
It took us a while to get here. If you guys watched the last episode, you could see just how slow I was running on that one. We did
I
have an
could
I. Go ahead, man.
So I could upload that video that I kept kept running. They can see the between the scenes.
You could, but it would be very boring because I think we stopped talking for most of that video there
Yeah,
while we
yeah.
ran over, just so that people could go and get a drink and go to the bathroom and do what we need to do in between videos. So there wasn't a whole lot of conversation going on. But yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see if people even want to see that kind of stuff. I don't know. What about you?
No,
Do
I'm
you?
gonna cut it. Definitely gonna cut it because it's just. I think it was probably about an hour and a half long, maybe.
Yeah, way
Maybe
too
not that
long on
long.
that one. Yeah. But
All
what do
right,
you?
so AC, just let you know. Sorry to interrupt you, man, but after this, you're gonna have to root match, brother. So just
Well,
after this pool right here,
I can always calm them as well, or what's it called? Let me see. Yeah, it's calm.
lol, pacify.
I have calm on this one. Yeah. At some point, I will have pacify. I think that's the highest level one I get. So that's probably not to level 49. And of course, when I say highest level one, that's pre Velius. I don't really consider that one when I talk about the old days because it wasn't something that I really spent a lot of time in. Like, I did check it out, but when that came out, I think it was like a year later that I stopped playing, and I never really got to go over there all that much except for raiding. I did a whole bunch of raiding. Now, what level is that guy?
Koala's level 30. Let's hope that she can get
33.
experience with the little guy.
He's
Should be able
22.
to.
He can get XP with the 33.
I hope so.
Wow, he's 22. He's not going to get very much experience at all. The
Yeah,
higher
he's
level guys suck it up dramatically, guys.
Yep.
Wow,
Gobble gobble.
he's going to be here for like 14 years and he's going to get like 1% maybe, while everybody else gets like 4 or 5 levels. It's really unfair when you think about it, but at the same time, if you're a higher level, chances are you're doing more for the group than a lower level person is, or at least you have the potential. I shouldn't say you are because there's no guarantee. Depending on the class, say like a cleric, you could have a low level cleric or you can have a high level cleric, and they're pretty much going to be the same thing as long as they have access to the same spell as far as healing goes. And we only get one every so
okay.
often, so you could be
All right.
spaced out over the course of like 8 levels and still be just as efficient to a certain point. Of course, 8 levels, the other cleric's going to have more power
You want
than
to
you.
root this one I'm on, AC? Root this one, and we'll work on that one. Ah, crap. Never mind. That went horrible.
That was my fault. You told me to do that, and I completely spaced on that
We're
one.
fine.
So let me go ahead and root him right now, right where
Uh,
he's at. There he goes. He's rooted. So if you guys want to back that other one up, the spiritualist, we can do this one. Actually, they're both the exact same one, so you guys have no clue what I'm talking about on that one. Now, have you guys found that some of these mobs are easier than others? Which ones are the ones you would stay away from if you're doing this solo?
These guys are easy, man. It's the guys downstairs that are going to give us a. They're going to be a pain when we finally pull them.
Well, that's because of the level, but as far as like what they actually do, which are the troublesome ones? Like that one seems like he was about to heal himself.
Okay, has anybody looted in here yet?
I have not, no.
Okay.
Rusty Warhammer. So not as good
I'm good.
loot.
You can keep them. Yeah, I just gave it to the other Necro's pet.
Yeah, but over there in
Okay, so
in Paw, we were getting fine steel weapons, so a little bit better loot over there off of just random creatures.
Hmm.
Did you sell all
okay,
your?
so yeah, that's cool. It's ear right there. So
Did you sell all your fine steel already?
I did. Why?
No, I was just wondering what the average price was for the weapons you had.
About five plat. 5 plat. There was one that was 3 plat, so
That's not
What
too
are these
bad.
goblin
That's
ears for? And
it's
what
all right. I mean, if you're in a
are they
place where you're
stack?
getting, sorry, Dark Dragon, I didn't mean to walk over you, but if you're in a place where you're getting constant fine steel, you're gonna make a pretty good pretty good bit of cash for that day.
Yeah, and if you think about how you can buy a really good piece of armor or a weapon for your level, at least at this level, for like 50 platinum, that's not too outrageous to believe that within a day or maybe two, you would be able to make enough money to buy a couple pieces of better armor. And that will allow you to go to higher level zones and get better gear and so on and so forth. So there's always ways you can do it if you want to do it yourself. You don't have to go into a dungeon and sit there and camp the item yourself. You can always buy it. So if you don't like camping, you don't like the you just don't have the luck for it. I've been in groups before where sitting at the flowing black silk sash group in Lower Guck for like weeks trying to get that thing, and I just could never win on it. It would never spawn for us half the time, and the other half of the time that it didn't drop it. Like that wasn't its common thing. Like it could drop a number of things, and sometimes it had the sash, and sometimes it didn't. And it just one of those times where I quite literally had to leave, go camp other stuff, save up enough money, and then just buy it from somebody because for whatever reason it just didn't want to give it to me. Can you guys think of something like that you went through where you camped it for days or weeks and then you finally got it, or maybe you just never got it?
Necro Epic. Never got it.
Well, that's not really one item. That's a long, long quest, and you wouldn't be alone in that. There's a lot of people who played the game for many years and never got their epics. There's
Oh, I got every epic for every other class, just not the Necro.
right, but I'm just saying like the epics were for people. You're also talking about later on in the game where people were able to get it so much easier. When epics first came out, guys, you have to remember that everybody on the server wanted to get them. And even if you were able to do it, even if you had a guild and you knew exactly what mob to kill, there was only one of those mobs. So you had to wait until it would respawn, and some of these respawns are like a week. You have to wait 7 days of real life time before that guy would respawn. And then, of course, you're competing with all the high level people on the server. So it was months before the best people in the game had their epics, and they were working full time on getting everybody theirs. And so it could be years before you even have a chance at it if you're outside of a guild. But eventually, it became so easy that these high-level guilds would go over there and kill one of the key mobs, and they would get that key piece of equipment, and then do the master queuing with you, where they would turn it in with you, and you would get the item for it. I forget how that works. Do you open up the trade window first, and they open it up second, or is it vice versa?
Sorry, man. I got a real big pull coming up, guys. AC, I wasn't paying attention.
You want me to comment?
Yeah, man. Keep it going. Keep the commentary flowing because
No.
right
I mean,
now.
you want me to calm the room?
Yeah. I think.
Where you at
I
down
think
below?
that would be awesome. Yeah, down here on the second pull. Let's
see if we can get in there a little bit.
Oh crap!
What happened?
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Whoa! Stop running, man! No, don't run in there.
Oh Jesus, dude!
Jeez.
I had number lock on accident, dude, and I was trying to type something. Oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. All right, so you got one right here by the door on the left, man. You've got one right there and one to your right.
Okay, let me
so
get the
try
guard.
And hit that. Yeah, try and hit that guard right there.
Okay, did not work. He resisted my.
Okay, all right.
Thing.
Just
so it could be that he can't see me. So let me try it again, moving away a little bit further to the left around the pillar. Okay, so that one took.
Okay, I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna pull this guy right here.
What? Isn't there two in there?
Yeah, but I think I can body pull.
You got him.
Okay, all right.
Get out of here! Run!
We'll go.
Run, Forrest!
Okay. Sorry, guys. I was concentrating. I didn't mean to ignore AC.
No. You definitely need to do that as the tank, man. You need to be concentrating on what you're doing in there because there are going to be hard pulls until you break the room. But once the room is broken, things get so much easier for you. So, I mean, take that extra time if you need it and just really go to town on that mob. Now, that guy's rooted if you can move away from him. But if not, otherwise, that's perfectly fine.
All right. Yeah, everybody on the Kabbalist, if you can, please.
There we go.
Let's kill the caster. And that was good. You got one of them, man. We can handle two a lot better than we can handle
3.
And since the Pickoglar is rooted, he's not really a factor in this fight. So yeah, that was good. Good job, guys. I'm happy. I'm proud.
But you
We did
guys,
good.
but you guys at home can see that when everybody works together and they all pull their own weight, everything is so much easier. But I could have sat back and done nothing, and that would mean that the tank has to pick up the slack, the enchanter has to pick up the
Yeah.
slack, the DPS has to pick up the slack because we're getting hit a lot harder, and things just become a lot more messy. Whereas if everybody does a little bit of something during that fight, things just go more smoothly. They're better off for everybody, involved. And in the end, you're going to die far less often, and you're going to know what's going on. And so when things go badly, you're going to have that extra little 2 or 3 seconds. Sometimes is all that you really need to get out. If you know that the pull is bad, and you can see that right off the bat before the tank even gets to the room, that gives you time to either feign death or gate out or do whatever it is you need to do to survive that fight. Whereas if you have to wait until somebody tells you, you may be the last one out of the room. And if you're the last one out of the room, like everybody always says, what's that famous saying? I don't need to outrun the mob. I just need to outrun the last guy. I just need to be
Yeah.
faster than the last guy or something. But
I wanted to. I wanted to say, Drk, good job on the freaking snares, man. That's really cool. You're keeping them snared, and it's keeping us alive. So they're not going down there and getting the guys at the bottom. I think if we pull the room at the bottom, we're gonna die. So I just wanted to compliment you, Drk Dragn. Way to go, dude. Good job. Good job.
Thank you very much. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
you actually tried going down to the room at the bottom at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, I pulled it for another group, and it was a bad pull, guys. I thought our group was ready. I thought they were capable, but it was a bad pull, guys. You don't pull a third room. What should have happened is I should have asked, are we ready for that bottom room? Because that bottom room is full of goblins that just they don't mess around, dude.
Yeah.
In fact, they can kill the entire zone. I've seen them do it before. So
Well, you're supposed to progress down. What you're supposed to do is sit over here at the ramp and pull creatures when you first move into this area. There used to be a group dedicated to the room to the right, where I think there's only 2 or 3 spawns, and then there would be a group down below on the second floor in that room that you're pulling from, and then another group down in the basement. So each one of those spots used to be taken up by an entire group of people, not necessarily because they could take it and that you get enough experience from it, but because the place was so camped, people formed in any place that they could get experience, even if that meant camping like one, spot where just one mob spawned. I remember doing that in Solace B. Did you guys ever spend any time there?
yeah, I've been in Soul B. I went in Soul B for a while. I've actually killed everything but the dragon in Soul B. So I love the fire giants, man. I love them. So
Except for the
okay.
lava. The lava was a nightmare if you fell inside of it, man.
Oh yeah, that's death.
And
Death on a stick.
unless you knew your way out. If you knew exactly how to get out, you could possibly make your way over there and get out of the little area. But a lot of the time, the group would be just like die, and we'll pull your corpse out, and then we'll res you, and that's going to be faster and more efficient to keep moving because you only lose like 4% at that level by the time you're in there and you're with a hopefully a cleric who has his max res, his 96% res. Although no, you don't get 96%, do you? You get 90% and then 96% with your epic. So
I'm not
93
sure.
with the
I'm not-
epic, and you get 96 as your max.
Yeah, I thought 96 was the max for a cleric. Yeah, I remember resing people 90%.
90% was just your res, right? The epic had the 96%.
No, epic 93.
I don't even want to.
No. The epic had
The
equal
epic was
to
93.
the epic had equal to whatever the greatest res was in the game, and I think it was slightly better. I'll have to look at it, to be honest, guys. I'll have to look at it again, but I'm positive that it had at least a 96% res on the epic, because that was like during raids. If you didn't have your epic, it was a nightmare, because when like 24 people die, and it takes just one bubble of your power to revive somebody or res somebody, that still means you can only do like 5 people, 6 people, depending on how fast you're getting it fed to you by a necro or something. But with the weapon, you could res everybody in a matter of just a minute or two. Granted, it did take like 10-15 seconds for the spell to cast from your weapon, but you're not in a hurry anyways. Like you're resing everybody. Everybody has to buff up, wait for res sickness to go away, and then get back into the fight. So it took a little while for that to happen. But without that weapon, man, it was so much longer and so much more kind of tedious to get going again. And you just saw a huge difference when you got it. So guilds will go out of their way to make sure that at least one cleric has it. You don't necessarily need two, but if you have it, things go by a lot quicker. Again, when you're, rezzing after a wipe. Did you guys do a lot of
Oh,
raiding?
okay. Wow, I was even
A
wrong.
little bit.
Uh,
Uh,
water Water
yeah, I mean,
Sprinkler of Namonk is Reviviscence, which is a 96 res.
That's what I said. Yeah, for sure.
No, you
Uh,
said 90.
no, I said 96 for the weapon. I believe the max the cleric gets is 90 until later on in some expansion or something like that.
I think it was Lukeland maybe when we got the 96% res as a.
As spell, yeah, I think so.
Or it might have been Velis, man. It might have been Velius.
It was somewhere. It wasn't in the original, I don't believe. I think 90 was the highest you can get until they
My
came up with
cleric
the
never
weapon.
had his epic, so that's why I remember giving 90. I do remember giving 90 people 96% res though, but I played until I think after the Planes of Power. So
Oh, my cleric got his. He definitely did. He was in guilds. He was raiding all the time, and he was really decked out with just some of the greatest stuff you can possibly get. But with that said, you have to put in a lot of time with these high end guilds. Keep that in mind, guys. They don't want you to be there when you feel like it. They want you there every time there's a raid scheduled. They know you're going to be there. They know everybody else is going to be there. They know exactly how many people they're going to have. Because it's really hard to plan to take down a dragon or a named guy that requires a lot of people if you don't know who's going to show up. Because it doesn't do you any good to have 12 warriors show up and no healers. Yeah.
If you're a healer, you might as well plan on living in that game.
Yeah. I mean,
Because they're going to want you there every day.
it's crazy for healers. Same thing for enchanters. Same thing for necros. They're gonna want a lot of necros because you guys are the mana
Yeah.
batteries, man. They're gonna want you left and right over there. So
root that
there's
guy, please.
yeah, well, there's certain classes out there that definitely are worth more to raids than others. But with that said, they like to have everybody there, even if it's only to get you in the group to buff up, and then they boot you out. Like the druids kind of got it used and abused in that sense because you have a few buffs like regen, and I believe
Thorns.
your thorns is nice. You also have
Text to the 9.
exactly stuff like that that are going to be better than anybody else's in the game, but you're not quite worth the spot compared to a cleric if you have one,
Oh
because
no, not at all.
yeah, because
There's
you
no
can complete heal.
comparison there.
Yeah.
There's no comparison there, guys.
Well,
And
not
sorry for stepping on your toes.
oh, that's all right, man. And it's not anything about the class that we're putting down. It's just that in a raid, the requirements are so extreme for a tank to be able to get hit and healed back up that without complete heal, most of the fights that I remember fighting would be completely and totally undoable. Like you couldn't do it with superior heal unless you just had a gazillion druids. Like and the whole zone would bug out by the time it finally cast any of those spells. Like you just couldn't do it.
Even if you had clerics doing it, which they get better mana efficiency with those heals. I mean, you would have to have 3/4 of the raid clerics just to keep the guy alive.
Well, you wouldn't have to go to that extreme, but I do remember chain healing, complete heals in a raid with the other clerics, and you'd work out ahead of time who goes first and who goes second, who goes third, and you would time it. You'd actually have to sit there and do trial runs where I cast my complete heal, you cast yours, and we figure out what the timing is between me saying I'm casting mine, between you saying you're casting yours, because if you're off by just a few seconds, the tank goes down, and if the tank goes down, the secondary tank, if there is one, there usually was, there usually 2 or 3 backups at least, may not be able to get the aggro fast enough, and somebody may die, and it just throws a kink into the whole smoothness of the raid. And when people die that don't necessarily you want to die, like if the tank dies, crap is gonna happen. That guy's gonna ping pong back and forth and smack a wizard, smack a necro, and they're gonna die in one hit, and then it may go back to the pally, and then you're hopefully gonna res the tank, get him buffed enough that he can pull the aggro back on himself and actually take the mob, and then you go back to doing what you're doing. But if you're good enough to recover, that's how it works out. If you're
Yeah,
not,
I think the saying is smack that beach up.
right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you're not good enough to recover, a lot of the time, that would spell doom for you when your
Yeah.
main guy goes down. So you got to be on the ball with those complete heals. And I just don't see druids being able to do it. I don't see shamans being able to do it just because of the spells they have. But shamans, on the other hand, can buff like nobody's business, and they can dot. They can do that cannibalize, and they have their pets, and so they have other aspects in raids that they're very, very useful for. I think every class in its own right is going to have that one thing that makes them stand out in a raid. But because some fights are very narrow, you're gonna want certain classes more than others for them, and it's kind of sucks because some of you might have a hard time getting in there. Bards, I remember, had a hard time getting in some of those raids. Plane of Hate,
What?
yeah, Plane of Hate. I mean,
Oh,
that's
Plain Hate,
exactly
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly where they want to be because that's where their gear is. But getting into a raid up there, they're just like, we'd rather have you for Plane of Fear, and it's like I don't want to go to Plane of Fear, like I want to go to Plane of Hate and get
Yeah.
my gear. So what they would have you do is bring one of your other characters with you if you had one. Most people did by that point, and you would loot for your bard while you were there on your warrior. And then when you went with your bard someplace else, you would loot for your warrior if you wanted to do things that way. So it really, really helped to have multiple characters that you could
Mhm.
switch back and forth between and try to get good loot for the other one.
Okay, so the next ear is going to Demiro, just so you guys know.
Ooh, guys, I'm gonna get a ear. Do I get to wear it around my neck?
Get to sell it for 30 plat in the commons.
Welcome to the jungle.
We got fun and games. At least we got it broken, guys. We got the upper thing broken and having a good time. It's a shame it's got to be such a short stay, though.
Yeah, but now that we know we can do it, it's definitely something we can come back over here and get. How
yeah.
much experience have you gotten? I haven't even looked at that yet.
Let's see. I had a yellow bubble. I've gotten a yellow bubble, almost a yellow bubble since we've been here.
In
Not bad.
less than 20 minutes, we've already gotten a yellow bubble. That's pretty good.
I gotta stay a little bit longer.
Wow, I mean, we'll stay as long as we can, but it's a great place to be. I like it, but mainly the reason I like it the most, guys, is it's safe. It's a nice change from the way things are in other
Safe?
places. It is because you have the guards right there, which provide, at the very least, they provide a delay, so you can get away. They may not be able to kill what you're trying to kill, but they provide that delay so you don't die right away. Let's see if I can rhyme that in any more ways there.
I would love to pull that bottom room, guys, but I think that would be our death. I'm actually about 90% sure that would be our death.
What's it con to you?
I can't even get it near con, dude. It's too close.
Oh, really?
Too
So
destructive.
you'd
Yeah,
pull
we
the
have
whole
to get
room
somebody
then?
who's invisible and stuff like that to do
You
it.
know, pulling that bottom room would do. It would spell doom for the barbarian.
It wouldn't spell doom for Thoom because I would just run it right through you guys.
For realsies?
Doom
For realsies.
Oh my god! I actually heard my my little nephew using that, the for realsies. That's why I'm saying it now, guys, because I just found it so adorable, I guess is the term when he said it. I mean, it's Christmas time and we're getting him a gift, and he's like, for realsies, and I was like, holy crap,
For realsies.
holy crap!
That's how you know to stop using that saying.
I've never used that saying before.
Anyway, yeah.
I've never used that saying, but I thought it was hilarious coming out of his mouth, and it was just funny. It's funny to hear. It's funny to say, and it's great. It makes people laugh, so I'm all for it. I probably won't say it too much though, because it sounds so silly. It's so ridiculous. For realsies, guys.
For realsies.
Are you saying I'm not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Oh wait, hold on. Did we get another one?
We did. Another one we got pulled in.
Oh, cool.
I have to say, I didn't really care for that Danakari movie, the Turtle Man one. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, turtle,
I still
turtle,
love that.
turtle, turtle.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle. It's just epic.
He had some really great movies when
Oh,
he was young. What's that one with the blow dryers? What's the name of that one? Opportunity Knocks? No, that's not it, is it?
Wayne's World, dude. Come on, guys.
No, that one's good. But what was the one?
Time.
What's the one where he's playing the con man, and he makes that woman fall in love with him? You know where he poses as George Bush in the bathroom when he's using the blow dryers and.
Sure, it's a blow dryer.
Demiro, that's your ear right there, man.
Yeah, I don't think Thune's paying attention because I know he knows what movie I'm talking about.
Say it again, brother. I'm sorry. I'm just.
where he was George
I'm
Bush in
tired,
the
guys. I'm
bathroom.
tired. I
Yeah,
apologize, guys. My head's not been in the conversation. I apologize.
it's alright, man. It's alright. But yeah, you're pulling, man. You're keeping your mind busy with that stuff, and you're doing an excellent job at it, man. You're actually keeping up with the pools, so much so that we don't have to break the rooms as much.
Yeah,
Which
it's excellent, dude. Right now, Zen. This is what should have been happening in Split Paul. I think I got two guys, so just be aware of that. I am on the caster, the Kabbalist. I did get
Back up
two.
a little more.
Somebody root the pick call guard, please.
okay, let me see if I can
You
grab
can't.
that guy. Cabalist. No, I don't want that one.
Not that it's gonna matter. These guys are. I don't know, man. I'm actually thinking that we might be able to pull that third room. I just don't want to try it tonight. As
Okay, he's
tired as
rooted.
I am.
He's rooted, man.
All right.
Actually, let me stand up and toss you another heal. So, what are you guys planning on doing for the
Pets, man. I
holidays,
swear
man?
to God. Okay.
You guys going home for the holidays? You gonna spend it with your family?
My sister makes a rib roast, a standing rib roast. That is, I look forward to it all year. It's just, it's a prime rib with the bone in, and if you cook it the right way, and my sister usually does, it's freaking yummy, guys. I don't know what to say, dude. So, I'm not even worried about the presents. I'm 41 years old. I probably won't get much, and I don't care. It's all about getting together with family and having that standing rib roast for me this year, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be exciting.
What about you, Duth? What are you doing for the holidays this year?
Dude, you're next up on the ears, and here's one right here, sir.
Okay. I'm going to make myself a birthday cake.
Oh, it's gonna be your birthday. Oh, nice, man.
This is koalas. Or wait, no, Nax. Yeah.
So, do you what kind of candles do you put on that? Did they make Christmas candles? Because I would Christmas it up, man. Like I'd put little like sparklies on it or something for it.
My birthday isn't on Christmas, but it's close enough to where I never got birthday presents. I would get to open a Christmas present early.
My little brother's
Yeah.
the same way. We celebrate Christmas. His is December the 2nd, I believe. So he gets Christmas and the birthday all at once. Usually just Christmas.
Yeah, my older brother's the exact same way as well, man. It seems like everybody knows somebody who doesn't get their birthday or doesn't get to celebrate, a holiday because it falls on that holiday or close enough to it that they just kind of get mashed up together.
Yeah. My birthday's the 15th and 16th.
Okay, yay. I'm next on the ears, guys. So if you see one drop, please let me know because I really want an ear. I want a trophy of my stay here.
Yeah, we're making a little collection. We're gonna wear them around our necks like that. Was that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Universal Soldier? Who was that?
Dolph Lundgren. It was
Dolph
Lundgren.
Lundgren. Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I like his movies, man. I have to say I'm a fan. I'm not really a fan of his more recent stuff, but
They were B, dude. I liked them too back in the day, but they were B. They were like Steven Seagal movies.
oh yeah, of course, man. But those are good movies.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of butt kicking in them, dude, and I loved that stuff when I was that age, man. I was like, yeah, butt kicking. I still like it. I wish, I actually think that Steven Seagal would have been a match if they were both in their prime. I think that Steven Seagal would probably be one of the few people on the planet who would have been a match for Bruce Lee. But only because Steven Seagal was raised in he was raised in Aikido. He was raised in all those martial arts since he was a little boy.
Pop right behind you.
Yeah, we got a pop up here in the room.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I liked his movies, but he's still doing that stuff. Like he's doing cop shows now where he's an actual cop, and so he's going all out into it. Although with Van Damme, I really haven't heard that much from him other than a few movies here and there. He's doing primarily ones. Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff over in.
Steven Seagal is an actual bounty hunter.
Yeah, so Steven Seagal had the skill, and back when he was in his prime, and his nice.
Can't believe you're that excited about an ear, man.
Well, it's 30 plat, dude. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can sell it.
30 plat, dude.
So you're not gonna turn it in for your actual quest, huh?
Nah, man. As many goblins and orcs and gnolls as me and you have killed, I'm sure that we've got really good faction with these guys.
That's true. And we're gonna be here for a while as well, so
yeah,
you're probably right on that one.
Yeah. We'll be allies to these guys by the end of it, I'm certain.
Maybe. We have to be here for a long time for that to happen, to be ally, but we definitely can try. So what are you saving your money up for? Is there one item that you're kind of like, if I have enough money, maybe I can get it?
I just have 3 or 4 items that need to be replaced, that need to be better. Like my pants are just straight up large ring mail. I think I have a couple. I think my belt is just a what do you call those? Blacksmith's apron or something like that. It's really good AC, but it doesn't have any stats on it. So I want to replace that with something that is good AC and has stats on it. So it's just a couple of things. I mean, Savak was looking at my gear tonight, and he said I was pretty set up, and I think I am for my level. I think I'm doing pretty good because the group sacrificed a little bit, and they came together, and they
It's a sacrifice.
oh
It
so
was something needed.
oh somebody dinged.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, dude, very nice. 29. Hell yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very cool.
Yeah, we got lucky and we got a few extra idols over there that we were able to sell. I say extra, but basically we didn't need any of them. We just using them for the money. And they're not that greatest item unless you're doing a lot of raids. So in the early days, those items would actually rot on the corpses because nobody wanted them. Like they weren't worth anything. So it's kind of weird to see them worth so much now. So much so that you actually want to go back and hunt them and camp that spot just for that reason. Because we still haven't been able to get to the point where we can do the Wrath Mountain Giants yet, right?
Right. Yeah, I think we're getting close there, man. Once I get level 29 or 30, I believe. Well, no, they're level 35, level 35 to 37. I believe somebody told me.
But how hard do they hit?
Oh, they hit hard, man.
They hit 30 to 32 will be just enough to be able to do it.
I think they hit in the hundreds, and we're just used to hitting. So far, everything's been hitting me in the high 60s. So far, I don't think I've seen anything hit me for more than 60 pounds. 60 pounds, yeah, 60 pounds, yeah. So no one's hit me for 60 pounds, dude.
What a punk! Who? Swiftfist. Who is that? Is that? Oh, he's talking about maybe above us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. What level is he? What raise? He's at a level 37 monk.
What do you say? What a punk? What?
I don't know. I mean, he's talking to somebody somewhere. So. But yeah, if they're above you or below you, sometimes you can actually see the text of people having just a normal conversation and say.
Ooh. Anyway, guys, I think this is a good place to end the episode. We ran a little long there, but that's because I'm tired and I'm not really paying attention. But anyway, guys, I want to say thanks for watching. I want to thank Drk Dragn and AC Gamer for coming out and hanging out with me, guys. I hope they had as much fun as I did. I know we had fun making the video. AC, would you like to say anything about your channel, man?
No, just thanks for coming out, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below. It definitely helps grow both of our channels, and we both, just can't thank you enough for all of that.
Yeah, guys, definitely go over there definitely go over there and check out AC Gamer's channel, guys. It's it's one of the things that got me into P99. I love the channel. He's a great guy, so definitely go out and support him. And guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Subscribe.